A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender.
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And with spring right around the corner, let's see who's flourishing in the power rankings. Take a look at the 76ers. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And guys, right now for Dallas, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center position. And for the Mavericks, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. Roam in the paint. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
That's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Has the skill and strength to challenge you inside.
And here are the Pelicans. Pass the ball. Pass to Favors. Over Porzingis. Favors can't get it to go. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Tries from 10. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Hardaway.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Ball, the pass to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And it's good, 2 points.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team. I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Again, Holiday missing.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
They get it back.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. We see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
And Porzingis, here we go. And that one drops for him. Porzingis has got 6.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's Redick, busts the J after the KG pass fake.
And even from mid-range, J.J. Redick is the kind of shooter where that's a highly efficient shot.
Here's Porzingis, banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ball against right. Here's Okafor. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
It was a terrific performance we got a chance to watch. They got into a nice rhythm and made smart adjustments along the way.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
Clock is at 3. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
The deep three from Redick, and he recovers it. And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. J.J. Barea is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Brokoff in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Moore in the corner. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Porzingis, here we go, and he gets the bucket. Porzingis has got 13.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Dallas. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for J.J. Redick.
Showing he's not just a perimeter jump shooter. Each one will push for a better shot if he sees an opening.
Here's Doncic. Curry passes to Doncic. Powell, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Passes to Favors. He dishes it to Holiday. Back to Favors. Shoots over Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score, but we're seeing more of that these days. I'm not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be, and I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team, and then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
Holiday attacking. Sweet little floater.
Good decision maker out of the pick and roll. Holiday calls his own number, rewards his team.
Here's Doncic, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Moore with the bucket.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Mavericks leading by 16. And Doncic, here we go. Can't get it to fall.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Ryan Brokaw. And it's DeLon Wright in for Curry. And a change for the Pelicans. Ball's checked in. Pelicans trail by 16. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. They get the rebound. Williamson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
It's tipped.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And he makes that one.
To score, Holiday does not need to get all the way to the rack. He uses a wide variety of floaters in the lane.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Here's Wright. No good with the layup. And it's the Pelicans' ball. They're on a 12-4 run. It's tipped. Lee with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ball kicks to Favors. Ingram outside. Back to Favors. Reverses. And the layup is good. Favors got 5 points so far.
That's where a majority of Favors' points come from. So effective from the interior area of the floor.
That one goes. Count it.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
New Orleans shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
An all-star, a leader, Jrue Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
And here's Barea outside. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Straight out of Slovenia.
And that's a wrap for our half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Wow, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for New Orleans right now, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. Favors passes to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power. Not just going for the layup. Solid at throwing it down deep inside. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Down by 15. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
And Porzingis, here we go. Ingram with the steal. Now the dish to Ball. About 1 minute played here in the second half. The layup missed. Here's Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Holiday dishes the Ball. Now here is Holiday. Defense is right there. And the dunk by Williamson.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Mavericks leading by 13.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Feeds it to Williamson. Porzingis with the block. To the wing on the left. Outside Curry. Doncic feeling it out. Shoots from 12. Again, the Mavericks score.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Hart. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
For Dallas, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And both free throws good for Porzingis. Pelicans trailed by 19. Moore outside. Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Outside, Redick. That 3 off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brokoff passes to Powell. The shot that time not on target. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's deflected. Here's Brokoff. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ingram.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and it's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
So for the Pelicans, Williamson comes in for Hayes. And it's Drew Holiday in for Ejuan Moore.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Whenever Redick skies up for a three-pointer, you just think it's going in. He is as efficient as they come.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Well, there are some big men having outstanding second halves of the season offensively. Here are the best among them. Third is Porzingis.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
The other thing they have in common is that killer instinct. Every one of these guys wants the ball down low. They want to be the #1 option on every trip down the court.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
To the paint, here's Holiday. A beautiful reverse layup. Holiday's got 13 points.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Barea kicks to Porzingis. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Outside, Redick. Misses the three. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jalen Brunson out there with Lee. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one is stuffed right through.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And there's the pass to Okafor. Dishes it to Redick. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They're able to finish on the drive. Give Redick a lane, and he's more than happy to take it.
Brunson the pass to Kleba. Back to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. And then for New Orleans, Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Drew Holiday.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
And here is Ball. He kicks it to Favors. Ingram with it. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
With his first shot attempt, the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Ball dishes to Reddick. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Williamson. Over Hardaway. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Ball. 8 points for Zion Williamson.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Now, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And it's Williamson missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Ball. Brunson covering. Porzingis with the block. Ingram against Doncic. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will. Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Lee's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. and Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Whitey's checked in for the Mavericks. Kick out to Moore. The 3. Hayes, no good. And it's Wright with the ball for Dallas. Porzingis is doubled. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Lee. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Now Marjanovic. The 10-footer. It's good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game.
A landslide, you ain't fly, you won't stand by. I got something that you can't buy.